episode 3.
Episode 3, let's go. Ooh, welcome back, guys, to Blondes Have More Fun with
Jordana
and Janelle. All right.
Okay, I love that. Blondes Have More Fun, and we both have our names start with J.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing when I put up the first one and I was writing it, and I was like, oh, your host, Janelle and Jordana. I was just like, oh,
That couldn't work out any better.
shit. All right. I don't think we have a catch-up this week because both of our weeks were not...
Pretty low-key.
Low-key, I've been sick for the past week. I didn't even go to work. And so I don't know what's going on with that, but other than that, I don't think I have anything.
Well, you look good.
Thank you.
I did have a friend, a little girlfriend, message me this morning, and she said, hey girl, I listened to your podcast and I must say I loved it. Y'all are amazing. I know it will go far. Keep killing it and I'm proud of you.
Aww.
So I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like,
I know, I looked at our first one and it's actually not
Getting
doing
views.
too bad. But yeah, so we're in episode 3 now. And we're like switching up the topic a little bit, getting into something more, not like serious, but just like more personal, like real life and stuff like that. But we're gonna be talking kids, marriage, all that.
no marriage.
Yeah, no marriage, no kids, if you wanna be a MILF or the hot aunt. But yeah, so should we just get right into it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids. Ew. Just kidding. No. What do you feel? I don't know. I've gone back and forth, but I'm kind of at like a point where I feel like also it depends on like where you live and everything. But like now I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't want kids.
No?
No.
Not at all.
I don't know. But the thing is like I don't want to have kids after a certain age.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to, like, I don't want to be fucking 40 and driving my kids to school every day. Like, that's not what I want to be doing when I'm 40.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I feel like it's either has to be sooner than later, but I'm not going to know until later, and so then it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because that's the last thing I want.
One of those things that you just like can't, I don't know, I mean, you can plan it or you don't have to, but I feel like I'm just like a planner.
Yeah, I'm a planner too. And I just like, with who I was dating before I moved here, I thought I was gonna move back home, and I was like, oh yeah, we're getting married, have kids.
Yeah.
But I was also 19, so.
That's young.
And now I'm 23, and I'm just like,
We've shifted.
no.
I don't know, like, I grew up an only child, so I feel like I was like, oh, I want lots of kids, like I want my kids to have siblings, but I also feel like nowadays it's like based on how successful I am, because I want to give my kids a good life.
Yeah.
And so
you don't want to be struggling the whole time.
no, and so I don't know, I've always said I want 4 kids, and honestly everyone's like, what, you're crazy? And I'm like, yeah, I know, we'll get through one first, but I definitely want kids.
Yeah.
I just like, you're right, like I don't know, I just like,
It's just
it stresses me out to kind of think of it. Like, I'm just like, can I really like be pregnant and like go through that? But I mean, it's like definitely a reward in the end, but I just think I'm still too young. Like, my mom had me at 30 and she said that was like the perfect age. She was like financially well off and just like in a good place within herself. And so I feel like 30 is a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Like, my kids will be 10 when I'm 40.
That's what I mean.
But my mom was hot. Like, there's pictures of her and me like when I was in kindergarten, and like I was like, bitch, go off.
Yeah. No, and like that's the main thing is like if I won the lottery or like just became super rich all of a sudden, I would totally, I think that would change more, because especially living in a big city that's fucking expensive, that's a huge reason too. And like I know I'd be a good mom, but I feel like I'd be happy without or with.
Yeah.
And so like the financial thing is a huge thing, because like the last thing I want is to just like every month being like, okay, are we getting rent, are we getting this, and just like I'm already have been doing that, and like now I'm out and I'm not doing that, and I fucking hated doing that. And so I would want to be like 100% like financial, have like career, everything just like set before throwing kids into the mix. And it's like,
it's tough these days.
When is that gonna happen?
Yeah, exactly. I'm patiently waiting, but honestly, like I ideas of like kids names that I already want. Like I do have a list, and so like
I know I have a couple kids names.
It makes me like, yeah, I definitely like think about the future, but I just, yeah, there's like, you can't put like a time frame on things, and so like if it happens, it happens. And like I'm turning 25 this year. I still want to just like enjoy my life and like not rush, you know. I just, yeah, I think I would be a good mom too. And so I definitely want kids, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Right now I'm like, I guess I'm still in between. I feel like I'm not in between, but I'm just like, I feel I would be happy either way in the future if I'm like I'm not gonna get to the end of my life and be like, fuck, I should have had kids. Yeah. And then if I do, then it's like, okay, I just have great kids, or well, hopefully. Just the worst kids ever.
Yeah, my mom always says that. She's like, you'll understand when you have kids, and it's just like, I will probably, just have like, if I do have a daughter, she'll be like a spitting image of me, and then I'll like, that'll be tough.
I know, and I think about like the things I do, and then if I had a girl and they're like, oh, well, you did it, it's like, true, you got me there. Yeah, exactly. I did do all those things, but I guess, it's just,
I love like, even like Desi, like watching her like, and like her be a mom, I'm like, that's so cool. But I don't know.
But I just, but then I see Jada and I go and see Ellie, and like I get so excited, and I love taking care of Ellie, and just like whenever she comes to visit or I go there, she doesn't do anything. Like I'm just like, I'll change her diapers, I'll put her in the car, do everything, because I'm just like, one, I don't get to see her all the time, and also to give her a break. But I know I'd be a good mom, but I'm just like, I kind of touched on it last episode too, that I like having my own time.
Yeah, that's a big one too.
My own time. I don't have to like, even when I had a fish, it's like, hey, we're going away for a week, can somebody feed my fish?
That was me. I was the fish
man. But it's like, now you're a kid and you either have to bring them with or
like plan.
Where do you leave them?
Too, it's like I want my parents to be close when I have kids. Like, I don't know, but that is
we're
a thing
16
too.
Hours away from home right now. Yeah, if you drive.
So it's just like, I definitely want them to come up like on weekends and just like be able to see like their grandparents more than like I get to see them now, which is like twice a year.
Yeah, that was a huge thing. I know. I would want like my mom to be probably in the same freaking city.
Yeah.
Make my mom move here if I ever had one. You have to be here. Yeah.
I mean, your dad's close enough.
Yeah, he's close enough. If he'll come here.
Yeah. So that also leads into like marriage. Like, what are your thoughts on?
I definitely want to get married. That's my one thing. Kids, it was like, okay, we can go either or. I don't really care, but I definitely want to get married.
Yeah.
Because for me, I know it's like not a good way to think, but it's like you can get divorced, you know? Like if you have a kid, there's no going back. If you get married and it doesn't work out, it sucks, but you can get divorced. And so like I definitely want to get married. That's like one thing I feel like as girls, I feel like that's something you think about when you're young. It's like your wedding and everything, and you're like playing dress up and pretending to have weddings and stuff like that. And so like I definitely want to get married because I've thought about that a lot.
Totally.
And that's one thing that I want to do. But the kids, I'm like, okay, either or.
Yeah. But no, that's fair. I feel, I definitely want to get married too. That's like one thing. I feel like if you're like with your person, like put a fucking ring on my finger. I want.
Which I guess it depends on who you're with, because then there's the person who doesn't want to.
Like, you know, but I feel like, that's like when you get older, and that's like totally a conversation to like have with someone, you know, you gotta be on the same page. But
I never really thought about that. Like once you start dating after a certain age,
to date, or just like what do you want out of it?
Yeah, you need to ask those questions, which I don't even think about. And then we talk about it, and then you get with someone and they're like, oh, I don't want to get married at all, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now what? Now what?
Yeah.
But once. That's like a question we need to ask now.
Exactly, like we're getting in that age. And so, but honestly, I don't know, I'm just like a planner, I'm a list person, like I have a Pinterest board, like I know the type of like wedding that I would want.
Yeah, I got dresses picked out literally now, like they're saved.
Seriously, and I always remember saying like, oh, I want this like big fabulous wedding, but honestly I feel like my wedding would be pretty intimate, like just on like my side. Like I don't have like a super like extended family. I'd probably have maybe like 10, 15 family members there than like my friends and their plus ones.
Yeah, I think mine would be small too, and also just because it blows my mind how expensive weddings are. Like I could spend, how much do people even spend? Some people spend like 30 grand on weddings. That's insane.
That's a vehicle,
why wouldn't you
like
go
a down payment on a house?
Down payment on a house
like,
together if you don't already live together, or if you want to get a new house, or take 10 grand and go on a sick
vacation, like for like a month.
Like for me, I would want to go, I'll go to Vegas and get married with freaking Elvis with nobody there. I don't care.
Like elope, yeah.
But I want to do a sick honeymoon. So it's like, why wouldn't you just take all that money and put it into that instead of all this money into one day, which you're so stressed out on that day.
So rushed.
Everything's rushed, and like now I have to pay for everybody to eat
and drink
all this stuff, like. And I know there's some people where I think there's some weddings where if you get invited, I think you like pay for your plate or something,
which is fair.
I feel like I wouldn't want to do that because it's like, we're the ones deciding to get married and we're inviting you. So that's like me inviting you to my house and be like, oh, can you pick up something? I don't know. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like if you're inviting me, like I don't invite you to my birthday and be like, but you have to pay for this thing, you know?
It's a fee.
Yeah, there's a fee to come to my birthday. So, but that's another thing where it's just like, it's just so many expenses that could be used for to start your life together.
And more of like not necessarily more memorable, but like I guess in a sense, yeah, because you could go on like a month-long backpack trip and have all these like experiences, whereas a wedding is like still a great time, but it's just like
it's
like
one day. Like I would still want, even if I eloped, I would have like a hot dress
for sure,
but just like have my dress moment. But I'm not like, I don't need a whole like flowers everywhere, 5-course freaking meals, a huge ass cake. Like
I think I thought that way when I was younger because I didn't truly understand like the value of money, but like I mean things
and we
are
had no
cheaper.
Clue how much they cost either.
Yeah, so I don't know, I mean like even I've looked at like engagement rings and stuff, and like you can still get nice things for like, you know, you don't have to have like a $20,000 ring.
Oh no, yeah, there's lots of rings that are under, I think like you can, there's lots
like
of
a couple $1,000s.
Yeah, I know the one girl
I pressure my man into being like, oh look at these, like, you know,
like this massive rock.
Yeah.
No, the one girl that I worked with when I was at Moxie's, her engagement ring, like it was so
like
nice, and it was I'm pretty sure it was like around like $2 grand or something. And it was really nice. Like you don't need, what's that rule? Or
it's rule, like 10, yeah, rule.
Isn't it like
10% of like your yearly earnings?
Yeah.
For them, not us.
Yeah. So, which I just think is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like so much money. I guess for the ring, that's different because you're wearing it all the time.
Yeah.
And that's like something that's never going to lose its value because it's like a real diamond or whatever. But I think the two things I would spend on would be, well, I wouldn't spend on the ring, but the ring and then dress.
Yeah.
But like the wedding, I wouldn't really give a fuck. Like I would just want something small. I would want it to just be like a fun party.
I feel like even like
not
store weddings. Yeah, and like I don't know, I just like I love that like artsy stuff. Like I feel like I would try to like make a lot of my own things. Like maybe invitations or stuff like that.
I love DIYs.
I know, DIYs.
I said that, I'm like, that's not what I'm thinking. Wait.
No, DIY.
DIY, do it yourself, not drinking and driving.
No. I don't even drive anymore.
I love DUIs. Like, what? Is that even what it is?
Yeah, DUI, driving under
influence. Okay.
Except,
DIY. Do it yourself. Love.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like, I definitely want it all, you know what I mean? Like the house and the kids and like pushing my kids in the stroller, like let's eat out for like, I want that.
Do you want the white picket fence? You want that?
I don't know.
I want the
like what does that even mean?
I think it's like supposed to be like the
dress,
the nice big house, like with on like an acreage or something for like animals and kids.
No,
and, like,
I don't think I'd want an acreage, but like a big house for sure. I mean, I don't know. I definitely want I want to live nice. I definitely want to live like well within my means, but like nice. You know what I mean? But
I feel like we both are like that.
Yeah, nowadays
we both like the finer things.
Yes, we do.
It's like someone was like, "Are you looking for a sugar daddy?" I was like, "Yes, I am." Buy me that big house.
Yeah, exactly. So That's my take on it.
Yeah. And I feel like we talked about it last episode too. It's just like everything's so now, like things are so expensive to buy a house, to buy an apartment. Like an apartment here is the price of buying a house like where we come, like we're in Grand Prairie.
Yeah.
And so just to even buy a house here, you need to be a fucking millionaire.
I think literally, because yeah, most houses like minimum range and like start from $1 million. So that's pretty much $100,000 down payment.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like,
and like this apartment right now, like say if this was for sale, this would be like a fucking like probably like a $400,000 to $600,000 apartment, which is insane for a 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
Like there's space, but that's like a fucking nice house in somewhere else.
Yeah. It's so funny because like my boyfriend, quite a few of his friends, like they're, you know, like obviously born and raised in BC, and they're like, oh, we want to go to Calgary or like within that area because their value of what they can get like opposed to here is like huge, and so they're like, yeah, I'll stick it out. And it's
even I was looking at Calgary because that's where Reagan is, and her boyfriend's a real estate agent now, so he's always posting stuff like different houses or condos, and I'm just like, holy fuck. Like,
and actually Calgary, and I think in all of Canada, has the most, I can't remember how it's worded, but like not financial freedom, but like you can afford to live really well there but still like take time off. Like whereas Vancouver, like, you know what I mean, like you have to work so hard and get like little reward almost. Whereas like in Calgary or Edmonton, anywhere in Alberta really, yeah, you can get like a huge freaking house and like you're just like well beyond your means.
Yeah, no, 100%. And yeah, that's one thing I'm just like, fuck.
But the weather here and like the mountains and the beaches and just like
the give and take, but fuck, I know, I think about the houses a lot actually. I'm just like, man, like, because I could be in a house right now and not in a fucking apartment. Which I do like living in apartments because it's like if something goes wrong, then you just have the landlord or whatever, stuff like that.
Like a house, there's a lot, like that's yours. Like you have property tax and like all, like everything, like everything's all on you.
Yeah, and like I feel like the downfall, or not downfall, but like one thing I always worry about living in apartments is like that one time when someone left the fucking water on 2 floors above and the water's coming down to our apartment. If someone leaves a candle going or lights a fire, it's like you're the one taking care of that house, which is a lot. But here it's like, okay, if someone else who lives in your building is a fucking idiot, you could lose all your shit in your house or apartment because someone's a fucking idiot and lit it on fire or flooded the place or something.
Yeah.
But there's just so many things now, and like we were talking about before, like social media and having relationships and how so many people don't even want to get married anymore. They don't even want to have kids anymore. It's like, I'd rather have a dog than a baby, or I'd rather just be in a relationship forever and like never get married, or just like all these things that have changed so much from like our parents or grandparents when they were getting married and buying houses. And it's like, oh, when I was your age, I had a house and a mortgage and everything. Like, it's like, okay, well, your house was $7,000, so okay. Thanks.
I think it's just like the way the world is like going, you know, it's like you have to think about like that long term.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm just gonna end up with no kids because I'm so back and forth, and by the time I decide, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm too old to have kids, which I won't actually be, but I want to be a certain age. Like when I have kids, I want them to be like, fuck, what was I gonna say? Wait.
It's Monday.
What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, okay, I remember. My stepmom, she had kids really early. I think she was 19, 20 with like her first kid. And she said that at the time, she was left out of things because she was younger and like they just got out of high school. But now she's so happy that she had kids younger because now she's 40 and all of her friends are driving their kids to school because they're just like in grade 5 or 6. Her kids both are graduated, they have jobs, they have their own places, they drive themselves, and now she's living her best life.
Yeah, and they can like travel together and like
exactly. So like that's the one thing where it's like people judge you if you have kids early, which I don't get why. Like it has nothing to do with your life if someone wants to have a kid early.
Yeah,
but it is like a judgment there. But I honestly, if I was financially able, I would rather have a kid when I'm like right now, and then they're all grown up and ready to go by the time I'm in my 40s and don't have to worry about them.
Totally.
Then to have one when I'm 30 and then they're 10 and you're taking them to school and you're 40.
Yeah.
They're 20, you're 50.
Yeah. I think 35 would be like my cutoff. If I don't have kids by 35, I probably won't. But I have an auntie who, she and my uncle never had kids, and they live very well off. Like, they've traveled everywhere, and they have a house in the shoe swap and in Alberta, and like they just, you know, like you said before, like the money that they would have put into a kid or a family, like they've used that within themselves, and so they live really well. And like, you know, she was happy. I think that was always her mindset. She just never wanted to have kids.
And that's kind of how I want to be. Like, I just want to be able to like travel and have houses in different places. And then I don't know about my oldest sister, but like my middle sister, I feel like she's definitely gonna have kids. I don't know. But then it's like I still get to be the auntie, and then I have Ellie, and it's like then they can come visit at those places, or you know what I mean? Like one day if I have like a lot of money, instead of having to put it into a kid, it's like, okay, I'm gonna pay for Jada and Ellie to come on a trip with me. And you know, and so like things like that where it's a little bit more like open and fun. But I feel like that's how I'm gonna end up.
Honestly, like, because I am an only child, I don't have that like auntie role. Like, I do obviously with like my friends that have kids, but like not like you, how you have sisters, like you know. So I've always said, like, if I have kids and I marry a guy that doesn't have siblings, like my kids will not have first cousins. You know, like that's actually really weird to think about.
That is. I know.
But although like my friends that do have kids, like I consider them nieces and nephews. Like I even like growing up, my mom, she was like, oh, auntie so and so, and like they're not blood, but it was like my mom's really good friend. And so I love that. I love how that's like a thing.
I know. Well, that's like my Ellie, like just one of my best friend's kids, but it's like I'm auntie, so like perfect, because who knows what Bailey's doing with kids. Who knows what Reagan's doing, so I already got
who knows what you're doing.
I'm like, sweet, got someone already. But yeah, it's definitely marriage for sure, kids.
So. Yeah, for me,
just
marriage for sure. Kids, I'm more on the like yes side. It's, I guess, I'd even just be happy with one, but I definitely like 2. I think 2 for sure. 4 if I was like really, really successful, like Janelle said. I hope so.
Yeah, but we will be. Manifestation.
Yeah. We chasing our dreams. So.
I feel like an even number. I was the 3rd child, and my sisters were closer in age than I was, and so I got left out all the time, and it left me making friends out of like water bottles and shit. Okay, like imaginary. Well, but yeah, I got left out, and they would hang out with their friends, and their friend groups were all together, and I was just always like the weird little loner because I was the 3rd, and so I feel like it's like 2. If I did have kids, it'd be 2 because 4 is way too many for me, and I wouldn't want it to be an odd number. And I feel like someone.
No, that's what everybody does say though. Like, like don't make it an odd number. But I've never even thought about 3. It was always like 2 or 4. But I think based on how successful I am, we'll see.
We'll see how many.
Who knows?
We'll see how many babies.
We'll see. So stay tuned. Like 10 years from now, I could have 2, 1, none.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 222.
Oh shit! There, you can kind of see it. 222. What's 222 again? I don't know. I have it somewhere.
I see angel numbers all the time.
I know. Well,
and it makes me like super excited.
I went to the bathroom, and the room was pitch black, and my phone was sitting on the bed, and I came out, and it was lit up as 11:11, and my phone was just shining on my bed, and I was like, ah!
The whole last week, literally, like a day or night, and Janelle's like 11:11. I'm like, oh my god.
Every time. And like I only text it to you if it's when I see it. Like I'm not like looking at my phone waiting. If I look at my phone, I'm like, oh shit, 11:11, so I'll text you.
Exactly. Okay, 222 alignment. You are in the right place and the right time.
Oh shit. Oh, that's cute.
I know, that's actually really cute.
Aww. Okay, I just want to see. I have a couple questions that I got. Okay, someone said shout me out. It's anonymous. Like I don't know who the fuck you are. You busy this weekend?
Literally, someone said, let's fuck Jay Shoddy.
Oh shit.
And then said, when we fucking.
Oh my god, have you ever dated an ethnic guy or open to dating one? Like, and then I also got that baby question, like the one where it was like, how do you feel? What are your feelings on interracial babies? I was like, oh, they're cute as fuck, but like, what a weird question. And then I also got this one right after, so I'm like, okay, is this the same person?
From the same person, yeah.
Someone said, check your OnlyFans messages. I'm dying to send you money.
Okay.
1 second. Let me go. Oh, I have something that's funny. Okay. Remember how last week for the Fuck Marry Kill, I gave you the Peter Parkers?
Yes.
So today I was checking my OnlyFans and somebody subscribed and the name is Peter Parker. And so I just thought it was funny because last week I literally picked the 3 Spider-Mans for you to choose from, and then, which that's not even up as we speak, but I guess it will be when you're watching this.
Oh my god, yeah, that's weird. How would they know?
Peter Parker, because isn't that so funny?
That's weird.
And so they wouldn't know. No one's gonna know.
They're never gonna know.
How would they know? So we're gonna get into some questions. We both have set up the anonymous like question app, so you can send questions, you can send assumptions about us, you can send funny stories, whatever, but you can make it all anonymous. So you just have to go on to the link on our Instagrams and you can just send us stuff, and we're not gonna know who it is unless you want us to. Then you can obviously just message us. I don't know.
Yeah.
But let's do some questions.
Yes.
Where did that one go? You busy this weekend?
Yeah, I am now.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Have you ever dated an ethnic guy or open to dating one? I have never, but I'm not close to it. Yeah, I definitely like, I guess, I don't think I really have a type. I feel like it's just too, like I feel like every guy I've dated looks completely different from the last. Totally. Like I don't have a type, so it's just like if I'm into you, then I'm into you.
Yeah, so. Just like that aura about you that I'm like attracted to.
And I also got, what do you think of interracial babies? So I feel like it's the same person who asked me this.
They're very like similar and
very similar, and they're back to back.
Yeah.
I think they're very cute. I love a little caramel baby.
Oh my god, interracial babies are so cute. I think little Asian babies are the cutest.
They are. My thoughts, I love them. I think they're so cute.
So cute.
And actually when I was younger, I always said that I wanted to have like a mixed baby. Yeah. Because they're just so fucking cute.
No, I think mixed babies are the cutest. And like my boyfriend, he's mixed, and so like his skin color is just like so,
yeah, his skin is so nice,
like all year long, and just like he has blonde hair and blue eyes,
and he's
but,
so tan.
Like I'm just like, what? Even in the summertime, like he just tans so well, and like just his actual skin, like Mans has never had a fucking zit.
Yeah, he has really nice skin.
Like what? I don't really like, I guess, like have a type, but it's just like what I'm attracted to, like features. I don't know. And like now I'm just like really white guys like are not cute to me.
You hear that? You're out.
Sorry.
You're out.
You're done.
You're fucking done.
Please give me a pickup line that always works. I don't even know. I think pickup lines are like so cheesy.
I feel like that's what doesn't work, is the pickup line.
It's like you're trying
They
too
sound
hard.
Any pickup line I feel like just sounds cheesy. Yeah, because like, you can tell, like if you're talking to a girl and you are like doing pickup lines, they can tell that you're using pickup lines. Like just start
natural.
Just start, like say, let's set a scene. You're at the bar, she's at the bar, and you want to go talk to her. You can literally just go over and start talking to them. You don't need to come over with pickup lines or say, hey, can I buy you a drink? There, you just started the conversation. If they say no, okay, well, that sucks. But I feel like anytime a guy has used a pickup line, I'm just like, oh, really? Like the amount of guys that come into my DM,
I'm literally looking at my DM right now.
DM requests,
like they're cringe.
They send pickup lines through DM requests, and I'm just like, Kate, this is so cringe because you're not even talking, you're not even face to face. It's just in my DM. I'm just reading it. Like, that's not gonna get you anywhere.
Oh my god,
that's not gonna get you anywhere.
Like at all. Like there's a couple on here in my like requests that I'm just like, I cannot even believe that you even typed that. Like this: your beauty made me truly appreciate the ability to see. Like, to me, that's just like cheesy,
Stop!
that's corny. Like, and then this just comes across as like major desperation. OMG, you are so crazy beautiful. Wow, I totally need to take you out and spoil you. Please tell me you are single.
Please tell me that you are single, please.
Like, I don't know, just things like that. Like, guys,
don't send girls pickup lines in their DMs, okay?
Definitely don't use this one. You wouldn't happen to be Papa Bear's porridge, would you? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, what?
I forgot you got that one. That's so funny. Oh, fuck, there was one. I might have deleted it. I did have a couple, but whenever I see them, I'm just like, ugh.
I like this one, though. There are 3 separate messages, like a few days apart. Let me take you shopping, question mark. Couple days later, I'll buy you anything you want. Couple days later, let me cop you an LV bag or something.
Yeah, give me the LV bag.
I'm like, damn. Actually, yeah, okay, it was from December and then went into January. I was like, that was a year apart. Man's is still trying to buy me a bag.
I'm gonna take it. Fuck, I don't know where. I did have a couple, but I can't find them. But long story short, don't send girls pickup lines in their DMs. It's embarrassing.
Hey Jordan, quick question. Are you from Vancouver?
That's it.
What's that?
Wait, let me see this guy. Okay, that just got me started on voice memos. I fucking hate
A voice memo.
a voice memo. The only time, I don't even think I've sent a voice memo. I
Like, to my
hate
friends,
it.
like,
I hate it when people send me voice memos, even though they're not here and they don't know, like they're not watching me open it or anything like that. I take so long to open voice memos because I'm like, why did this person
It's
send
shit
this?
like this.
Especially when it's in your message request, because like now you don't even know this person and they're sending you their voice. Like I'm
And
like,
with your name.
I don't want to hear it. And I know there's a couple people that I know that send stuff with voice memos, and so the only time I'll accept it is like my fitness coach.
Yeah.
She'll send me a voice memo because she's talking about like a whole bunch of stuff and it's way easier than typing it out, and then I can listen and it's also easier for me to understand if she's talking about workout or my body or stuff like that. Only exception.
literally.
I hate when people send me voice memos. It's cringe. I don't like listening to it. I would rather read a paragraph of I'd rather read your paragraph and type one back. And if you don't want to type, just use a little voice thing where
Talk
it types
text.
the talk text. You don't need to send me your voice. Call me. If you're gonna do that, call me.
Which I probably won't answer.
I was about to say the same thing. I'm not gonna answer.
Leave a voicemail. But yeah.
And I'm not gonna open my voicemail either.
No. So honestly, like, I'm not giving you any pickup lines at work. I'm pretty much just telling you what not to do.
Yeah, don't use pickup lines. Just be yourself.
Be
and
you.
talk to the person, talk to the girl, the guy, whatever. Just people like that way more than you going over and like using some cringe, cheesy pickup line. If a guy comes up to me and I'm at the bar or wherever, the place I always give is the bar. Well, because I feel like that's where people would try that.
That's where guys definitely try.
If some guy was like, oh, can I buy you a drink, and started talking to me and just being like a real person, I would definitely
Still be weirded out. but-
yeah, I would talk to them more than if some guy comes up and is just like, oh, did it hurt when you fell from heaven or something like that? I'd be like, go away now. I'm probably still gonna tell you to go away, but it will just be worse.
Yeah.
No.
Like, you're gonna get a laugh in your face.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a little bit of judgment.
Yeah. Or a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm bringing back what I wanted to bring the other day.
Okay.
Or last week.
Bring it.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back around. I just love whenever I get Facebook memories that have to do with Jordana because they're from so long ago.
Let me check my Facebook memories today.
13 years ago. Hanging out with Bailey and Jordana. 13 years ago.
That is so crazy.
And here we are still hanging out and doing our little podcast. But 13 years ago.
That's so crazy.
Or
And
like
I
when
can
I get-
guarantee you, because we were with Bailey, we were jumping on her trampoline.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or like when I get ones with Jada, I'm just like, oh.
I know, it's so, like, yeah, it's just like such a nostalgic little throwback. And it's
just
like,
if it's photos or status, it's usually cringe.
Yeah.
When I get Facebook memories, I'm just like,
sometimes it's
why
a
the
line.
fuck did I say that? Like,
I know.
Actually, okay, wait.
Today's really boring. Like,
I'll give you a cringe one from today.
I only have 2. One is literally just a smiley face. And then another one was like I tagged my location and like my action or like whatever I was doing. 3 years ago today, actually, fun fact, I was whitewater rafting in Jasper. It was really, really fun.
But, oh my gosh, that's on that.
I know.
We have the footage.
We have the footage.
No.
Okay, take this away from me.
10 years ago, okay, OMG means oh my god. But 10 years ago I made a status and it's OM to the G. Like, how fucking embarrassing is that? And everyone's seen it and I thought it was a great status.
I know, right?
I was also 13 at the time, but like some of them are
to the G.
Like, you are shocked.
I wonder,
oh my god.
I wonder what was like so OMG.
What shocked me?
Well, yeah, like
OM to the G.
So funny.
But I do love Facebook memories. Sometimes I'll keep them and sometimes I'm like, this needs to go now.
Literally, if I have like a status that was like a breakup or something and it's like, seriously, bitch, like get over it. Like saying I was like crying and stuff like that. I'm like,
or like 10 years ago today, it was like feeling annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, what is annoying me that much when I'm 13? Feeling annoyed.
Everything. Your parents, your big sister.
Honestly,
boys.
Yeah.
School.
Yeah, true. Everything. But I love Facebook memories, but I'm also just like, fuck, is that really? Or like the spelling and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god, what was I thinking? Probably not thinking at all.
Not thinking at all.
All right, well, shall we close out?
Yeah, I think that wraps things up for today.
Today, a little bit of a shorter one, but we thought we'd do family talk.
Yes.
But comment down below, do you want to be the hot aunt or a MILF? Or a DILF or a hot uncle?
Yeah.
So basically, do you want kids or not? But yeah, I think that's everything. And I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast. Right now, I do want to just do a little disclaimer. Right now, we're just on YouTube. We're going to be on like Spotify and Apple and everything like that shortly, but currently just on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on our social medias and then the podcast social media, which will be linked below. But I know I just had a couple of people asking about like Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
We're getting there.
So that will be shortly, but right now just on YouTube. So you get to come see our beautiful faces. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next Saturday. Bye.